onto this computer. Right. Hello, Costa Rica Adventure team heading off in what, literally 2 weeks? Is that it? Okay. Well, I want to say congratulations and a huge thank you for holding on. It's been like a tightrope, holding your nerve. And we finally got there. We are a team of 8, plus the 4 girls from Sweden. So that is a perfect team of 12. And you are going to meet lots of other people when you're in Santa Teresa. So the social aspect, nailed. Okay. So what's the point of this session is for me to go through the itinerary and to match, get your expectations aligned so you know what's coming, and to answer all the questions such as money, Wi-Fi, safety, well, that's for the parents, and all those things. Okay, so we'll go through each section. I should prattle on for about 20 minutes, so brace yourself. And but literally catch my attention and let's just get you organized and answer anything as we go along. So to start with, Zoe wants to say, book your flights, everyone. Get on those flights and get on board. So when you call Trail Finders, Zoe has just sent you an email. You've apparently got to quote our postcode to whoever you speak to now, which is SN8 1 Lima Zebra 0. Okay. Zulu. That will bring up the leap and then they'll know exactly what you're after. Okay. So and then send it to Zoe and just say, yes, I've booked that flight that you told us, or no, I've gone AWOL and booked something else. Okay. Getting out there is what we're particularly interested in. When you get to Heathrow, check yourselves in individually and then meet on the other side. Zoe will set up a group WhatsApp if she she's already done it, so that you can connect on the other side of passport control. Okay, you're not sitting together on the plane because you've all individually booked your flight. So get your head down, watch a few movies, brace yourself when you cross America. They are going via America, aren't they, Zoe? I think you are. Toronto, yep. On the way out there. Oh, Toronto. So you need the Canadian visa for going out. And then Houston on the way back. And then coming back, you need the ESTA. So do not forget that and crack on with those 2 random online visas. Okay, folks? Good. Okay. So when you get there at Costa Rica, you will be clearly picked up. Now, top tip for the pickup, when you come through passport control and you go through the big doors onto like a kind of like, it's like a big bus station on the other side, okay, don't wander off. Stay there because the bus, the minibus is going to come and pick you up from there. And if it's late by 15 minutes, it's because it's been stuck in traffic getting through to that airport part. But clearly, what some people do is they disappear off and go to the cafe. Please don't. Just stay waiting there and it will arrive. Then you'll be taken off to the Rosa of America for your first night to kind of decompress, get your head down, try and, get your head around the jet lag. And then the adventure really starts the next morning. Okay, boys, any questions about your flights?
Nope.
Good.
No, that's
okay. So the adventure, 4 weeks long, is divided into 4 different phases. Okay, phase 1, and this is in the order that you're going to Quepos to do the community phase and the exploring the jungle. Then you move to the wildlife center at Natuwa. That's your challenge. You're all going to complain when you're there, but when you've finished it, you'll be very proud of yourself. Then phase 3, you go to Monteverde, which is the cloud forest. That's your true adventure phase. Bungee jumping, zip wiring, horse riding. That's where all that stuff exists. And then you go to Santa Teresa, which is like the Ibiza of Costa Rica. Uber cool. Everybody absolutely loves Santa Teresa. Here you're going to spend a kind of just shy of the final 2 weeks, but within that final 2 weeks, you're going off to my favorite place in the world called Surenas, which is the turtle conservation setup, which is about an hour and a half away from Santa Teresa. So that kind of breaks up that phase. Okay, so those are your phases, and that's the order of events. So starting off in Quepos, what to expect, what does it look like, what are you going to do? Okay, so when you're in Quepos, you're going to be living in a really nice finca, which is like kind of an old villa with a pool just outside Quepos. It's really nice, great place to kind of decompress. It is rural, but you're not far away from Quepos town itself. You're very close to the national park, which you're going to go exploring, doing the waterfall jumps, and you'll love that. And it's also where you're going to be working in the community center, which is a fishing village, which we have supported since COVID now. And they expect a LEAP group to come through every kind of 4 to 6 weeks, and the kids absolutely love it. This is a community center that all the kids whose parents go to work, this is where they go. It wasn't an absolute dire state of affairs when we kind of found it. Now we sponsor the community center and look after all the kids. So that's where you will be there. You'll meet our team there. You're going to be doing some hard graft work, just keeping it kind of up to shape, because it's right on the water's edge, so it gets bashed by the weather, and anything nice goes moldy and breaks. So it's always keeping it kind of fresh, refurb, but also playing with the kids who just think you're all terrific, and it's just like part of their cycle of excitement. So that's what you're doing there. All food is included while you're there. Okay, so but you might want to go out one night for a pizza, but that's entirely optional. Discuss it when you're there. Okay, then you move to Natuwa, which team, it's hot and it's sweaty and it's very noisy. Okay, this is a wildlife sanctuary. Again, we have been supporting since way before COVID. As you notice, COVID is my kind of line in the sand. It is government run, but it's really well run, and the accommodation is basic. Okay, hot, sweaty, with a fan. Just warning you, okay, in camp beds. So you've gone from nice finca, showers, pool, beach, nearby, to Natuwa, which is hot, and basic accommodation. The food is going to be pinto based, so it's loads of beans, and there's nothing we can do. And you're going to be up early. A, because you've got to feed all the wildlife, but B, it's so noisy with all the wildlife that you don't get much sleep. But it is such an experience. You're there right up close with all the macaws, all this kind of local Costa Rican wildlife, which is just really, really special. So it is fun, and the team there are fun, but it's part of the challenge. Okay. From there, you're moving to Monteverde. Okay, going higher, 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 where it's much, much cooler, into the cloud forest. So we'll discuss clothes, but the temperature is going to drop when you're here. And this is the adventure capital of Costa Rica. It's a bit Americanized, so you might think, oh my God, this is all kind of very ordered, which it is. So, Quepos and Natuwa are kind of very local. And then you'll get to Monteverde, which is just like, it works. It's being kind of sorted out from a kind of tourist point of view. So here, every morning you're going to have an activity, which is a leap activity, which is exploring the cloud forest, doing the hanging bridges tour. This time of year, one of our friends there might get you kind of reforesting, planting some trees. There's loads of things to do in the morning, but every afternoon you're going to have free to sign up to do any weird or wonderful activity that you want to do. The top two that people like to do is the sit warring you've got to do that. I mean, that is just really, really good. And if you really find it necessary, doing the bungee jump. Don't know. It's up to you. The zip wiring is really quite scary. It's not like your kind of zip wire that you have go ape in the UK. It's not like that at all. Think level way beyond. Okay, where you can strap yourself and go straight across this canyon, miles high. And at the end, there is this thing called the Tarzan swing, where you free fall. So you might think, actually, because I'm doing the free fall and because I'm doing the Tarzan swing, do I really need to do a bungee jump? I don't know. It's up to you. But cost-wise, you know, you've got the zip wiring is going to cost about $80, and the bungee jump another $80. There's nothing cheap in Costa Rica, but we'll come to that. So weigh up which one you want to do. Other things that people do is going horse riding up into the mountains over the spine, coffee tours, lots of odds and sods. For Monteverde, when you're in Monteverde, breakfast and lunch is included, supper is out, so that you have freedom to go and choose. It's kind of cool bars, and there's just kind of, there's a good atmosphere there to go and play. Then on the Saturday, the 26th, you're going to go, Guy, could you just get the dog? Saturday the 26th, you're then going to go down to Santa Teresa to be beach based. Okay, now this is, you're going to be staying at our base there, which is called Jaquera Camp. It is really cool. It's got a pool, it's a really good setup. It's about 10 minutes from the beach, up a steep hill, so brace yourself for that, but it's all kind of close to all the activities. And there's masses to do in Santa Teresa, really good beach bars, really fab places to eat. There's just loads of going on. And it's one of those kind of cool places where surfing and yoga is the daily mantra. So you're going to see all this kind of, and tattoos. Please don't get a tattoo, even though everybody in the whole town has a tattoo. It's not a good look when you come home. You might think it is for 2 weeks, but when you're our age, it doesn't look good.
Thank you.
Don't get a tattoo. So when you're in Santa Teresa, you're going to get there on the Saturday. Sunday, you're just going to have a kind of chill day and explore, because you won't have had a chill day until 2 weeks in. So that's your first chill day. Then on the Monday and Tuesday, you're going to be doing some surfing. Signed you up for the surfing course and doing some volunteering, some with the local kids. Then on the Wednesday, you go to Serenas, to the turtle sanctuary, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then you've got a weekend, downtime. Then you're doing hiking and volunteering. There's a big waterfall trek there. So every day is going to be different when you're in Santa Teresa. And then you come home, or you carry on traveling, whichever you want to do. Now, Harry, Ned, have you thought about traveling on afterwards, or are you going to come straight home?
Oh, I'm not really sure.
No.
Get to play it by ear.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I might like to travel on, but not 100% though.
Okay. What I recommend to all of you is that you, when you speak to travel finders or whoever you're going to book your flights through, make sure that the class of flight you're buying is that the return ticket is redatable and reroutable. Okay? Don't forget to just make sure. And then that gives you complete flexibility to change your mind, you know, when you've got there and you see how the land lies. Okay?
Yeah.
So, boys, you happy with the itinerary and the flow of it? Any question?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
No? Okay, all good. I'm going to go and discuss budgeting. Okay? I'm warning you, Costa Rica is painfully expensive. Okay? There's nothing cheap about it. Okay? It is what it is. So you have got to be clever. Okay? Especially when you're in Santa Teresa. It's got you know, it's got really shishi bars. It's got cocktail bars where cocktails cost $10 a cocktail. You're not going there, okay? You're going to ask the team in Jakarta and say, where do us students hang out? And they will point you in the right directions. Bars where you've got happy hour, where you've got kind of 2 pizzas for, you know, for the price of 1. You've got to be savvy, okay? And you've got to really look after each other and go with the same budget, okay? Because everyone has different budgets, but just kind of be mindful of what everyone's budget is and work the lowest common denominator. That's what I always say. The getting, so with the food and the drinks, so just be really mindful. So all the food is included in Quepos, in Natuwa, and at Serenas. You don't have to think about it. So Monteverde and Santa Teresa suppers will be extra. And the other top tip to get around the expense of suppers is that you can cook in Jakarta. So you can just whip out to the supermarket, get yourself, you know, some pasta, and it's job done. Okay, but just go with the flow. To get money out, don't try and get the local currency before you go. Get it when you're there from the ATM. If you've got a Monzo, Revolut, that's really good. But if you haven't, don't worry, just take a debit card. Okay, and just get money out as and when is required. Okay. Some places they have Apple Pay, but most places it's better to, you know, use the local currency. That's the kind of easiest way around. Okay. Any questions on the money? No?
No, I don't think so.
No? Annabelle, any questions?
How many dollars should we take out?
$100. Always good practice to have $100 cash on you, just in case you need it at the airport, but just in case you get into trouble. Just, I don't know, it's just always good practice. But local currency is easy to use when you're there from the ATM. Okay. Phones. Okay. Take 2 telephones. In fact, going back to the cards, bank cards, take 2 cards. The reason I'm saying this is that there is no post to Costa Rica. So if you lose a bank card, okay, you lose your telephone, that's it, you're buggered. Okay, so take 2 cards and take 2 telephones. Your main telephone is your all swinging, dancing, the phone you love, and then take a knackered, broken phone. Most people have one on the top drawer in their kitchen. If everyone, you know, it's just really good practice. So should you lose or drop your phone, crack it, then you can just whip out the bat phone and you can be connected again. Okay. You need they've got US charging points, so that's the kind of US plug converter that you need. Okay, with the telephone, where are you going to get Wi-Fi? You're going to have sketchy Wi-Fi. Actually, it's much easier to say, where are you going to have good Wi-Fi? You're going to have good Wi-Fi in the Cloud Forest in Monteverde and in Santa Teresa at Jakarta. The other places, it's dodgy. So when you're there on day 1, the team will take you to get a local SIM card, which is really easy to put on your phone, if you want. Some people just think, no, I can't be bothered. I'm just going to go AWOL and just go phone quiet, but it's up to you. Okay. Any questions on phones? No. Okay, all good. Kit. Everything on the kit list in my leap is there for a reason. I will just give it a glance over tonight to check that it is definitely up to date. It is the rainy season, but it's not going to be like this. Okay, it's tropical rain, so it's hot, steamy, and if it rains, it's warm rain. Okay, And actually, it's really fantastic time of year to go. There's always an upside to a rainy season, is that the waterfalls are just fantastic. And the turtles have started coming on board. So you're going to see lots of big mother turtles, hopefully, coming up and laying their eggs, which is really, really special. So that's why it's really good to go at this time of year. Clothes-wise, everywhere is going to be hot and steamy. So you're going to be wearing shorts and a shirt and a t-shirt. When you're in the wildlife sanctuary, you need to wear long trousers and closed covered shoes. So, but it's really hot there. So take the thinnest trousers you can possibly find. Okay, thinnest, lightest stuff. And closed shoes. When it comes to closed shoes, this is what I would be taking if I was you. I'd be taking your nice trainers, which you're going to go out in the evening in and you really love. Okay. And then I'd be taking a really grotty pair of trainers that frankly are not going to come home with you, but have got a bit of a grippy sole so that when you are walking through the jungle and the cloud forest, and it's wet, that they offer a little bit of grip. You know, if you've got trekking boots, fine, take them, but a kind of trekking hot terrain trainer, really, really good. And then a pair of kind of Birkenstocks, flip-flops, something like that for the beach, really good. Okay, that's all you need. Shouldn't be taking more than 3 pairs of shoes. Just looking at my kit list. Plugs, money, okay. Washing clothes. In every place, you will be able to wash your clothes. So if in phase 1 at the Quepos in the finca, if the ladies there wash all your clothes, it might be nice to just give them a bit of a tip. That's always a nice thing to do. But Natuwa, you can't get your clothes washed. Monteverde and Santa Teresa, you can. There's I was about to say dry cleaners, but they're not. There's kind of laundrettes all over the place where you pay like $10 for a load. Okay. Yeah. How much should you be spending every week? I don't know. It's most people say I spend anything between 150 to $200, well, let's say kind of pounds, and kind of vaguely ekes itself out. But on top of that, you've got the big ticket items. The big ticket items to budget for are the zip wiring, the bungee jumping, and the third thing, which everybody absolutely loves, is the Tortuga Island tour, which you can ask to do when you're at Santa Teresa. And that's going out on a boat to the islands, and you go snorkeling and you see the dolphins and the whales and where everything is passing through. Everybody loves that. And again, I think budgeting all those tours is I would kind of budget about $80 for all each tour. But those are the 3 main ones that I would look at. I wouldn't do any of the others. Okay. That is everything. Visas, you know you need the visas for Canada and for America, but you don't need a visa to get into Costa Rica. But you do need proof of your exit flight. Don't forget that. Okay, so I've got so that is everything from me on the itinerary, your flights, your visas, your kit, health and safety. We haven't covered that. I'll save that bit for the end. Okay, this is from messages from Zoe. So t-shirt sizes. Ned, what do you want? Small, medium, and large?
Large, maybe.
Yep, large. Yeah. Harry, we've got yours. We've got Harry's, haven't we? The insurance, Zoe will be tracking your insurance. You all need insurance, okay? Now, the reason why we just need the policy number, and if it's easier, just send us the policy number. Should there be an accident, then we can't get hold of the parents, we can actually act on your behalf. That's why we need it. And I've got questions, bear with, to answer from, hold on, Ed. No, Eden Askew. Okay, so are walking boots on alternative just 30 trainers? Yes, they are. Do we need technical t-shirts? Cotton t-shirts, okay. Technical t-shirts are really good. Cotton t-shirts, they do get heavy. The thinner, the better. Think the climate is hot and humid. I'm going on to volunteer elsewhere in Costa Rica, and so not flying back with the group. We'll travel to the airport with you if that is okay. Yes, that is great. We can drop you off anywhere in between there. That's easily sorted when you're out there. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So last thing, health and safety. Just telling you now, this is not a school trip. This is a gap year experience. You are free to go out in the evenings, let your hair down, have a nice time. But it comes with a, don't be an idiot. Just don't be an idiot and start hiring motorbikes or any kind of motorized vehicles when you're in Santa Teresa. You will be tempted to do so, but please don't. Nothing good comes from doing that. Drugs is a definite no-no. If anyone's caught doing drugs, then that's it. You're asked to kind of leave the program kind of there and then. It's just not a clever thing to do, especially in Costa Rica, in Central or South America. It's not a good thing. It means you're kind of playing with the bad boys, and they're all out there, but you just need to, not find them, which is really good. So look after each other when you go out in the evenings. Okay, you've just got to be sensible. It's no different going out in Costa Rica than it is going out in the kind of depths of London, when it comes to kind of risk and looking after yourself. But when you're under the influence of alcohol, that's when accidents do happen. So it is being kind and considerate to each other, to the team leaders that are looking after you, and just, if you are an idiot, okay, you might just get a kind of thing like, you are an idiot, can you wind your neck in? If you continue to be an idiot, then you get an email from me. No one wants one of those. You don't want one of those. And that will be saying, if you're an idiot again, then you'll be asked to leave. It literally, in the last 10 years, I've only had to send one of those emails. So everyone is really, really good. So let's just keep it that way. Okay. But other than that, I am thrilled that this trip has actually pulled itself together and you're all going. I know you're in for a treat. The team there are fabulous. And you're very lucky, very envious as I look outside onto the grey high street. So, boys, any questions from you now before we over and out? No?
No, I think so.
Yeah.
What bag is a northeast duffel good enough?
Luggage.
Yeah, luggage.
Yeah, okay. Actually, that's a good point. No hard suitcases are allowed. Okay, no hard shells. You can take one which has got a hard side because your wheelie bag comes out, the thing that you pull your bag with, but no hard shells because you can't pack them easily in minibuses.
But is a North Face duffel good enough or a rucksack better?
North Face duffel, perfect.
Oh wow! And will they be trekking with that?
No, you won't. Then you really need, all you need then is a little day rucksack.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
Back in my box.
Back in your box, Mum. Okay. So, but very good question from Mum around the corner. Okay. Other than that, I think you're good to go. So look at the kit list, and everything on there is for a reason. Don't dismiss it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right. Over and out. Have a good time. Look forward to seeing the pictures.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Yes.
Goodbye. Goodbye.